From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. A large late July heat dome will shift back and forth across a large part of the U.S. through the end of the month, with 100 million people or more to endure triple-digit AccuWeather RealFeel temperatures on a daily basis. Now, while late July often brings the highest temperatures of the year for much of the U.S., a heat wave combined with intense sunshine and high humidity can be brutal for those who do not have air conditioning or a means to cool off by way of, say, a refreshing pool, a lake, or beach. Despite being a traditionally hot time of the year, temperatures will run 5 to 15 degrees above the historical average, with highs of 95 or higher. AccuWeather's Brett Anderson said, "While this is not really a record-breaking air mass in terms of high temperatures, some towns and cities will struggle to drop below 80 at night due to the high humidity levels and retention of heat by vast areas of concrete and pavement. For those that only have a fan or open window to keep cool, sleeping will be difficult with a high risk of dehydration. One particular zone will experience the worst of the conditions on a daily basis as the heat dome builds eastward, then shuffles westward in the coming days. During the day, temperatures will reach 100 from Texas to western Tennessee just about every day for the next 1 to 2 weeks. Many of these locations were behind schedule, not in terms of days with 100-degree heat, but some had not yet reached 100 this summer prior to this week. Through Monday, Oklahoma City, Little Rock, Wichita, Dallas, and Shreveport all had yet to hit triple digits so far this year. While a zone of strong high pressure and a northward bulge in the jet stream will be the main sources of sunshine and heat, the Gulf and Atlantic will be the primary sources of high humidity levels in the region. Anderson said the combination of extreme temperatures, high humidity, and light winds will likely send afternoon AccuWeather RealFeel temperatures to between 110 and 115 degrees from the states that touch the western part of the Gulf through Oklahoma and Arkansas, as well as portions of Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Tennessee. At this level, it can be dangerous for many people who are exposed to the heat for an extended period of time, leading to heat-related illnesses that can sneak up on some individuals. Friends, neighbors, family members, and work colleagues are encouraged to check on those who may be in heat distress, especially young children, senior citizens, and those who work outside doing manual labor. The dome of heat will stretch eastward later this week and bulge into the northeast. For later this weekend into next week, the main dome of heat will shift back over the central states. Late in July into early August, the heat dome may expand to include much of the interior west. In the core of the heat dome, few, if any, thunderstorms will occur. However, thunderstorms will be quite active on the edges. Where storms do occur, they may be especially nasty, with heat on one flank and slightly cooler air on the other providing extra energy. Enough moisture will be present to raise the risk of flash flooding in these stormy zones. Well, the heat wave baking the central U.S. this week may feel even worse than those earlier in the summer, and corn is partly to blame. The claim may sound unusual, but this common crop can actually change the weather. Farmer Mark Baker told AccuWeather corn actually produces humidity or moisture that wicks off the plant on average about 4,000 gallons per acre per day. That added moisture increases the humidity, which in turn raises the AccuWeather RealFeel temperatures, making already hot days feel even more intense. The phenomenon is called corn sweat, and it's far more pronounced with corn than other plants. For comparison, a large oak tree releases around 100 gallons of water into the atmosphere each day, 40 times less than an acre of corn. Now, Baker said on a normal day, the humidity in the cornfield is substantially worse. You step out of the corn and you go, wow, that is a breath of fresh air. On Wednesday afternoon, AccuWeather RealFeel temperatures are expected to climb above 100 in parts of the Corn Belt, including Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, and Missouri. The effects of corn sweat will continue to amplify heat and humidity until the crops are harvested in early autumn. That's all for now. You can find more regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com, and for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.